Wastewater Dan presents wastewater math calculated with Excel spreadsheets. As a new service of ESDLT's Environmental Academy, environmentalacademy.com, today's example, calculate pounds using Flow as MGD. And the problem reads, a flow stream has total metals concentration of 34.5 ppm. A tank received this waste flowing 0.0108 mgd for 124.5902 minutes. Calculate the pounds of total metals received from this waste stream. So this problem is a poundage calculation problem because the problem asks us to calculate pounds. And the first thing we want to recognize is that poundage calculation problems utilize three components: two variable and one fixed. Now the fixed component is the standard conversion factor from gallons to pounds, which is 8.34. But the two variables are gallons and concentration. And the concentration, which in this case is ppm, or parts per million, which also is used interchangeably with milligrams per liter. But this concentration is in increments of millions. Now, the method of expressing the concentration dictates the unit of expression for the other variable, which is the gallons of water. So in this case, where the concentration is in increments of millions, the gallons of water must too be expressed and inserted into formula as increments of millions. Now we've got another little deviation here in that the standard method of inserting gallons of water in increments of millions in poundage calculations is either having a tank volume, you calculate the gallons and you express as increments of millions, or you have a flow rate and you have flow for a given day, and therefore you express it as a million gallons per day. This problem is slightly different from either one of those. It's actually a modification of the second one. We've got a flowing waste stream. We've actually got the flow expressed in million gallons per day, but we're not using a full day. We're using a certain number of minutes. So what we're going to have to do is take the flow expressed in million gallons, in increments of millions. In this case we have million gallons per day, but we're going to express it for a certain number of minutes, in this case 124.5902 minutes. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to take the flow in MGD, we're going to divide it by the a million to get it we're going to divide it by the number of minutes in a day, which is 1440, and then we're going to build it back up to the number of minutes that we're dealing with here, which in this case is 124.5902. So let's slide on down here and see how we're going to insert this in our Excel spreadsheet. Now we have the problem, we've got the data, we've got our formula up here. And so what we do is we open up a blank Excel spreadsheet, we put our cursor in C1 and type in our answer, which in this case is pounds total metals in 124.5902 minutes. Then we go to cell A1, and then we format it as numbers with 4 decimal points, and then we make it bold and centered, and then we go up to the formula bar and we type in this formula. We put in the equal sign. We got an open parenthesis. We put in 0.0108 divided by 1,440 and multiply it by 124.5902, and then have a close parenthesis. Then we put the multiplication key, and then we put in the 34.5, and we put that inside open and close parentheses. Then we hit the multiplication key again, and then we have the open parentheses, 8.34 close parentheses, and then we press enter or return key, and then that's where we get to 0.2689 pounds. So that's our answer. 0.2689 pounds is received in this tank with the flow of 0.0108 MGD for 124.5902 minutes. And so that's the answer. That's the calculation. So hopefully this is useful and helpful. If so, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, I urge you to participate and interact by commenting or asking questions. And you can either go to my website, environmentalacademy.com, and submit the email form with a question, or send me an email, or any other sources available through the YouTube channel, Ask the Expert, etc., etc. So I'll be publishing these solutions at least once a week, and I urge you to come back often. And thanks for listening.